Okay, welcome back, guys. I'm doing a video for a subscriber. I've got a request today, so I thought, you know what, I will happily make a video as I'm uploading the other one. So I'm just getting straight into this, and I want to show you what the subscriber asked. I believe it's a subscriber. If you're not a subscriber, thank you for your comment anyway. I have no issues. You know, anybody's free to leave a comment or a suggestion, and I will definitely work on that and try and make you a quick video based on that. So you wanted to know if I can make the advanced version of Binance on a complete beginner's perspective. I will try and do my best. I have to stress something. When I started to use Binance, we didn't actually have a classic mode or a beginner mode. It was all advanced mode. So over time, by using it and familiarizing with it, I've kind of got accustomed to how everything works. So thank you very much for your upvote as well, and yourself. So yeah, I mean, guys, also, if you're watching this video, what I've noticed on YouTube algorithm is YouTube likes videos to be, if you press the like button right at the beginning, YouTube loves it, right? And it promotes the video. So let's try and make this channel grow. Let's hit that like button. Very important. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And if you have subscribed, thank you very much. Okay, so I want to get this out of the way before we move into the Binance today. So here I am on Binance, and what I'm assuming is you have already signed up, done your verification, got all your bank accounts and your debit cards, credit cards, everything connected. And I'm going to try and walk you through a bit of this and see how things work. So we're going to leave all of these for now. I'm just going to go into say the first part, right? So let's go and just have a walk through, and I want to give you a little difference about the advanced and classic, right? Or the basic. And if you actually want the app version of this, please leave a comment in below and let me know if you want the app version of Binance tutorial. I will happily do that for you as well. Or I'll just push another video soon on the app version. So on the website, we've got obviously self-explanatory, buy with bank deposit or credit debit card. If you've already put money in through your bank deposit, then you can use your cash balance that you got there. Or say, for example, if you have sold some cryptocurrency that you bought with a credit or debit card, it would normally go to your cash balance, and you can actually use that to buy crypto again. Third party, I would avoid that. Don't worry too much about it. It doesn't really apply to us people in GBP. There is some countries that they have to use third party, unfortunately. Now, I want to go into P2P trading because the person did mention P2P. So on the P2P trading, say for example, right, let's get rid of this. Sorry, this is a brand new account. So there is some issues there. But say for example, you want to buy a particular coin, and there's 5 or 6 options here right now. So you got USDT, BTC, BUSD, BNB, ETH, DAI. So let's just go to BTC for this, just for this video. Okay, coming back for this video, so obviously we want to do BTC. So say for example we want to buy BTC, but for some odd reason you don't have enough limits or anything. So for me, what I would recommend, right, so for anybody who's interested in these kind of transactions, please be aware that I'm just going to show you quickly as well, and you'll understand exactly what I'm trying to say. So on P2P, you want to buy something, you have to look at this price and see what the price is, right? Yes, you're buying person to person, but ultimately this person is not selling it to you at any discount prices. So you have to understand, right? This person is selling it at a slight profit. So if he's selling it at £38,000 per GBP, per BTC, you have to understand what is the real price, right? So in order for you to see the real price, right, just go to Express and you can get a rough idea. So leave all of that. So GBP is not supported in Express, so forget that. Let's just go to our buy with credit or debit or whatever card, right? Let's just go there and have a look and see what BTC price shows up. So as you can see here, you've got, you know, we've got BTC come up, and it's showing it in dollars, which can confuse you. So remember, we saw 38,000 pounds over there, and we're seeing 46,000 here. Now let's just go and have a look at the market and see on the trade and see what's going on. So we're going to go to our market and try and see what the price is, right? So if you look at where my arrow is, right, you can see that actually the GBP value is actually quite less. So it's actually 33,000 pounds. So you have to really understand these kind of things as well, right? Sorry, let me just show you this again, right? So just do GBP. So search for GBP, and then we're looking for BTC GBP, and you can see it's 33,000 pounds a coin, not 38. So clearly the person has bumped the price up by 5,000 more. So for any basic user, I would highly recommend avoid P2P. It's not for you. P2P, sometimes you are happy to pay the extra price, and I'll take you back to P2P just so you can understand what I'm talking about. So let's go back to P2P. P2P comes in handy, and in this particular scenario, your P2P is not good enough because, I mean, this buyer has only got 0.1 BTC. He's only got 430 pounds apparently. I mean, if you're going to buy 430 pounds, you're better off buying 430 pounds of BTC on the actual exchange with your debit or credit card, and you're definitely going to get a lot more BTC than this. So sorry to say that, right? You know, as you can see, these guys, they don't really have much. Now, if it comes to this particular guy here, for example, obviously he's got a very high price, but if his price was competitive to Binance and you wanted to buy 1 BTC, this guy can facilitate that. So this is the scenario where this guy would come in handy. So I used to be a P2P trader. I still am a P2P trader on my main account, right? And it's the same story. People come to me for large quantities. In fact, I hate small quantities. I did it in the beginning. Sometimes I do it on basic accounts, right? Just to kind of bump up my rating. But I'll do it at like some, you know, maybe 1 or 2% above the market rate, you know, with any fees or anything that's included. But the reason is I just want to improve my rating, nothing else, right? I'm not doing it for the money. So in this particular scenario, you can see this person can give you 50, but if you look at everybody else, they don't really have any. So they haven't got any Bitcoin to give to you. So if you wanted to buy, I'm just going to copy and paste this just to show you something. 1 second, give me 1 second, sorry. Let me just copy and paste this. So we're going to copy this, and then we're going to paste it into buy crypto. So we're trying to buy, let's buy with credit card. Forget the zero fee. We know the zero fee is going to be better, right? We're going to go there and we say we want to buy a certain amounts worth. So we type in here, we've got our coin there. Hold on, let's have a look. What did we have? Right, now actually, let's go to something else. So I'm doing this as we speak. Let's go here and say, right, we want to buy BTC, but we want to buy it for GBP. And oh, sorry, I hate this when it does that. GBP, right? And we want to buy BTC, right? So we said we want to buy BTC. Now it says how much BTC you want to buy. So remember earlier on I just copied, so I'm going to paste that here, and if you look carefully, it's telling me that that 430 pounds that you were going to pay is now only actually worth 376, right? So you would have paid almost about 60-70 pounds more to buy the same quantity. Is it really worth it? So that's something you have to understand. So you're better off just going with your credit card and just typing in the amount. So say for example you want to buy that 430 pounds, you can see you're going to get a lot more, right? So that's something I wanted to point out for beginners. I know a lot of people get caught out in this kind of stuff. Trust me, just do your verification, be patient, don't FOMO, and you'll basically see this. It's worth a lot more for you to buy direct from the exchange half the time, or all the time actually, unless you're buying larger quantities. And on larger quantities, that's when you would see a trader or anything like that, and then move on forward from there. Now, so again, so I think this kind of answers one of the biggest questions that you had. Also, if you look at convert, kind of self-explanatory. So for example, you go to convert and you want to convert one particular item to another. So this is where you will select the currency that's available to convert. So you got all of these currencies you can convert, and you say, okay, I want to convert my Ethereum to BTC. You just choose, you put the amount in and you convert, right? Classic is just the easy to use interface of the same thing. Easy to, as in, like, for example, your search is already here, but advanced, there's not really much of a difference. It's the same thing. All you got to do is know where the buttons are. So for example, for me to search the currency, I just got to hit that button. But if I'm not searching, then obviously, as you can see, I'm here. And I find this to be a lot more easier than actually using the classic version. If you look carefully, I find the other one easier, because here now I've got to look for my prices here. So that's what it is. I think there's just far too much information in the classic version. The advanced is just much better. Margin is for trading, if anybody wants to go and do leverage trading, but I highly recommend anybody new in the industry or in the game not to ever do this, right? So avoid all of this thing. Now, one thing I do want to point out, so I'm not going to go into derivatives. Obviously, it's again like trading and everything, but I want to go to Binance Earn, and you have to understand how Binance Earn works basically. So on Binance, basically, you can have flexible term or fixed term. Fixed term has better returns, as you can see. And what you do, you lock it for a duration of time, right? So you're literally staking it, and you can choose the currencies available, hit view more, and you can see how many currencies they have available. And you can transfer these currencies over, and you can earn a certain amount. Now, there is a bit of a thing there's a bit of a problem here. I want to explain to you how it actually works. So let's go back to Earn for a second. So you see these high risk products. A lot of the people jump into these high risk products, right? Especially these dual investment and liquid swap, right? Again, listen, rather than swapping, you're better off just buying the coin directly instead of basically swapping it, because you are going to lose money on it. And when you're doing these high staking, high risk products, what you'll end up, a lot of the time, you might not get your Bitcoin back. You might get something else in return of it. So these are definitely, this is why they're warning. It's like high risk. Don't do that. Like for example, ETH 2.0 staking. If you go and stake your Ethereum, you're never going to see that Ethereum again until it's released. So you have to understand this could take 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, right? So you have to be willing to do this. So this is something that I think a lot of the beginners do not understand and get in trouble. Here, I would recommend anybody who's a beginner, use flexible. You're fine. You can put it in and take it out whenever you want. So you can see on the flexible terms, you've got your different rates, and also you can see other cryptocurrencies that you can put in. Now, the most fascinating one. So if you've bought BNB, Binance tokens, right? Or Binance coins, right? So BNB tokens. The best thing is use the vault. I highly recommend use vault. In the vault, you can go in and you can basically stake whatever. So you put your BNB, and your BNB will give you these rewards automatically on top of any fees the BNB gives. What Binance wants you to do is lock their coin. Because their coin is not used, right? It basically gives them more price action, because the more coins you sell on the market, the less the less the price would be. But if you lock it and you're willing to receive some rewards for it, then the availability is reduced and the price will increase, because not many people are selling it. So this is the thing I wanted to explain to. I mean, you can dabble yourself into these things, right? Fixed term and high risk and all of that. I personally, for any newbie, I don't recommend these. Also on so you can basically see all of these things. Your spot orders would be whatever you're ordering on the market. So for example, if you have an order open, you can actually directly buy from this. So if you go to trade again, and if you go use either classic or advanced, it's up to you, and you decide to buy something, your open order will show up here. So your order history will show up here. So for example, if I'm here and I say, I want to buy XYZ amount of BTC, it will show up here. And that's basically what will show up on your spot and your spot and fiat and spot wallet. Basically, it will show you the total amount of cryptocurrencies you have. All right, so from here you can see the total amount of cryptocurrencies you have, how much is in your spot balance, so that will exclude anything in your Earn or whatever any other wallets you have, and your fiat balance if you have any fiat balance, right? It will show you the value of the fiat. That's what it's going to show you here. So I mean, I hope this actually helps. Like, so for example, my crypto balance currently, as you can see, these are the ones I have. I've got Yearn in there, I've got Beth in there, I've got Cake in there, I've got CTSI, I've got NEM, I've got Reef, I've got Hollow, I've got Anchor. So these are the ones that currently are sitting in this particular wallet. Some loose change that I bought, but as I said, it's a fresh account. I don't really want to show the amounts. I've opened it for another reason, but I hope everybody can understand all of this. Also, another thing while I'm on it, I want to explain to you guys these three buttons here, right? So kind of self-explanatory. Obviously, when you go to deposit, it's going to ask you what would you like to deposit, fiat or crypto, right? So you can do fiat or crypto. You choose what you want to deposit and your address pops out and you use that, and you can choose different coins and you can see the address and everything here, and whatever the case is, basically you just copy that or you can scan it. That's very easy, right? On withdraw, you obviously know that you can withdraw your Bitcoin or Ethereum or whatever, or you can how it works. Basically, you select withdraw, you select the amount of coins, and you put your recipient, so whoever you're sending to, you put that limit there, and they can basically withdraw from that. Now let's go back to withdraw overview one more. Transfer. On the transfer, you can transfer between accounts. So this is what you have to understand. These are all your accounts, right? These are all your accounts. They don't really work with anything else. So this is how the transfer works on this particular side. But there is one other thing as well. If you hit the withdraw button and if you select anybody who has a Binance account, right? So for example, somebody has a Binance account and you put their Binance address there is no fees, by the way. So between Binance accounts to Binance account, there is absolutely zero fees. So that's something I hope you understand. But remember, guys, for beginners, I think the biggest warning I've got here for you is do not, whatever you do on P2P, be careful. Don't go and, buy anything on P2P. It's not worth it. As I said to you, you can see the price differences. For you, the best place to buy anything is either bank deposit or credit debit card, just buy it at whatever the spot price is. That's what it is if you're buying small amounts. And as I said, if you're feeling a bit experienced and you say, okay, do you know what, I don't want to buy at today, and this is where actually another thing. So this is where you're so let's do GBP again, GBP, and let's do BTC, right? So let's do GBP versus BTC. So current market price here. And what I want to kind of make you understand, so limit. So say, for example, I go here and I say, I want to buy total amount of just for example, just say I want to buy £500 worth of BTC. I want to buy £500 worth of GBP, of BTC. That's what I want to buy. So you just say, just for the sake of it, 0.001, I'll just put it there. And it shows £33 on 0.5, right? Let's do this, right? So £16 or whatever. Currently, there's no balance in there. This is why it's showing basically like this. But I say I want to buy this, but I'm waiting for the market to come to my price. That's when you will activate the limit order, and you can limit buy or limit sell. So you can put a price in here and say, I'm going to sell at this price if BTC comes to this price. So you see this price here? I'm going to change it and I'm going to say, okay, I want to buy BTC, and just for the sake of it, right, let's do this. So we go here and we say, right, I want to buy BTC, but I want to buy it when it's at £40,000 or £400,000 or whatever this one is showing. This is showing £40,000 basically. So don't get confused with all these zeros. It's actually £40,000, or sorry, £400,000. So let's do, £40,000. So this is £40,000. That's the price I want to buy or I want to sell. You can do the same thing on the sell as well. If you look, I can change the price and I can say, right, I don't want this price. I want to sell it at, say, £500,000 in the future. So you can put all your BTC here, put this and hit the sell button, and it will sell that at a future date when it triggers that price. So that's your limit. However, if you're in a rush and you just want to get into the market and buy, there is no order setting. You just say how much Bitcoin you want or how much price you want to pay, like price you're going to pay market. So this is the price in between these range you're going to pay, and you just put the amount of Bitcoin that you want, and that's it basically. And you can tell this like how many percentage of your total GBP value you want to sell, right? So you just say, right, 100%, 50%, whatever you want to sell. But buying is the one, again, same thing, market. You just put, this is market, it will trigger whatever price it is and you buy it. Stop limit is a different one. So for example, you can put a BTC on sale. So say you put the BTC and say, if it drops to this particular price, then sell all my BTC and get out. So it will do this on the spot. You can say how much difference you want, right? You can say, you know, if it drops by 500 or drops by 5,000, then get me out. But I think these are very, very advanced features that I don't recommend anybody to do, because you can potentially lose a lot of money on spikes like this, which is actually just the basic wick and a bot will pick you up. My recommendation is stick around with the limits if you're not in a rush. So then you can put a lesser amount. So for example, if we look at market right now, so we look at market price, we can see it's this particular price, 33,000. And we say, you know what, we want to pick it up at 32,000. We'll say we want to pick it up at 32. Then, you know, until it hits that 32,000, it's not going to trigger the order. You know, so again, on sell, we want to sell for more, obviously, and on buy, we want to buy for less. This is the technique you will have to use. It's a limit order. So sorry guys, I know I'm talking a lot here, but I'm trying to help all the newbies understand this on the advanced functions. But remember, even on your basic, it's still the same thing. Unless you're using an app, you're not really going to see the difference, right? And I recommend everybody to try out the advanced features. I want everybody to, so I'm not your financial advisor, remember that, but what I do want you to do, I want you to buy like £20 or £30 worth. I want you to sell the £20-30 worth. Familiarize yourself. I want you to transfer that back to your bank account and then transfer it back to Binance. Understand the process, how it works. So then you're confident. You're like, okay, this is what the process is. These are the time frames or the limits it takes. And then we move forward from there. So there's a lot of things you have to understand. These are processes. And a lot of the time you got to get your mind to kind of work into this. And after you've done it, you'll find it easy, basically. So remember, market, whatever the market price is, that's what you're buying for. You just put your amount of, you know, whatever amount of GBP you want to spend, you put that there, you can buy. It's very same as buying with a credit debit card, but you're looking at right now the price and more transparent compared to what the exchange is selling. Limit is a price that you want it to come to, and only then you will buy. So other than that, I'm hoping that this video was informative, and I'm hoping it helps the person who asked me. Thank you very much for your comment. I hope this helps. I am going to launch this today, so you know, in the meantime, guys, like, subscribe, share, and remember, we just want to make this algorithm go into fire, basically. So the more you share, the more informative it gets, and for me it gets better the more analytics I'm seeing, and I'm following what YouTube says to me, and I'm doing all of those things. Also remember, there is so what I will do is either today or tomorrow, I'm going to make another video for the app version of this, and I'll probably make an app version of Coinbase as well. A lot of the new guys that are using like wanting to get into crypto and this and that, the one I do highly recommend, it's the #1 recommendation on my website as well, is Coinbase. Funnily, it is Coinbase. They do charge a little bit more fees, but you only feel the fees if you're buying a very small quantity. But if you're buying large amounts, you'll notice that it's not that bad, actually. You know, Binance definitely has less fees, but the usability, when you want to buy, sell, or use, that's where you're going to go. What I just showed you here on the advanced functions are actually more to do with technically trading. So you're spot trading, right? You're buying at a specific price that you want, you're selling at a specific price. I hope this was educational. Thank you very much for coming, watching, and catch you on the next one. Take